Welcome back to another episode of Secret Wars. In the last episode, we saw how Mr. Fantastic realized he couldn't protect this world anymore. To escape, he built a life raft, taking his family and heroes like Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and Black Panther with him. However, as they crossed the incursion zone, a massive explosion separated his family, Sue, Ben, Franklin, and Valeria, leaving them to perish before Reed's eyes. The remaining heroes managed to save Reed, and together, they left the Earth behind, witnessing the Marvel 616 and Ultimate Universes colliding and ending. And now, we continue where we left off the last time. This is the second part of our Secret Wars comic explanation. So without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into our story. Now, our story begins in an unknown location, where a group of recruits have completed their physical training and reached the final stage. Their task is to lift a hammer lying before them. Only someone truly worthy can raise it. After many failed attempts, one recruit steps forward, touches the hammer, and with lightning surging through him, succeeds in lifting it. An elder announces that he is reborn as a Thor, that his life now belongs to the kingdom, and that he must protect it with his life. The other Thors shout in unison, "Justice!" Meanwhile, in the barren kingdom of Utopolis, a high-tech ship lands. Alex Power, a member of Marvel's Power Pack, arrives with his friend. He was called here by the locals who discovered something strange in the depths of a nearby lake. Preparing for a dive, Alex is warned that gravity behaves strangely underwater. Undeterred, he dives in, and after going deeper, he realizes the locals were right. Gravity shifts in odd ways, and soon he emerges into a strange new area with its own unique gravity. Observing the giant skeletons lying around, he becomes certain this place was artificially created. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Elder Thor, after completing the new recruit's initiation, explains to him that the kingdom was created by their god and that each region is ruled by a different house, like Captain Britain over Avalon, while Baron Sinister, a villain, rules another. The Thors arrive to confront Sinister about his crimes. Defiant, Sinister tells them he won't go down without putting on a good show, after which both of those Thor vanish from that place by taking Sinister along with them. In Utopolis, Alex Power locates a life raft and calls in others to inspect it. As they examine the raft, its doors unexpectedly open. An Elder Thor peers inside, only to be horrified by what he sees. He tells everyone to flee, but before he can say more, he's struck down by a spear. Thanos and his Cabal emerge from the life raft, having destroyed countless planets. Thanos grabs a nearby person and demands, "Where are we?" After this incident, the other Thors call Doctor Strange on that very place to examine the situation. After the Thors depart, Doctor Strange cautiously approaches the life raft, sensing someone else inside. He calls out, inviting whoever's inside to step forward. Reluctantly, Miles Morales appears, saying he didn't come here to fight. Doctor Strange assures him he's safe and asks how he ended up here. Miles recalls the last thing he remembers: two worlds colliding. Doctor Strange seems shocked after hearing it and asks Miles that how does he remember that horrendous incident that happened so long ago? Before Miles could answer it, Doctor Strange takes him to a hidden place, the Isle of Agamotto. Upon arrival, Strange hints that he too has secrets and presses a few buttons on a computer. Another life raft opens, and out step Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, Jane Foster, Reed Richards, and Black Panther. Peter Parker and Miles are both stunned and delighted to see each other. Captain Marvel approaches Doctor Strange, asking what happened. She remembers two universes colliding. Before Strange can answer, Cyclops emerges from the raft, now fully empowered by the Phoenix Force, looking stronger than ever. Sensing the gravity of the situation, Strange urges them not to ask where they are. But then, he explains that they've been in stasis on the raft for 8 years and that their old world is gone. In its place is a new world, pieced together by their god from remnants of the past. Strange also reveals that the people here remember nothing of the old world, except those currently in the room. Before Strange can finish, Reed asks who this god is. Strange remains silent for a moment, then reveals that the god who created this world is none other than Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom himself. Doctor Strange informs the heroes that Dr. Doom is not only the creator, but the god of this world. He explains that the events leading to this reality were part of a plan by the Beyonders, which Doom discovered. To combat the Beyonders, Doom created his own scheme to destroy them. Doctor Strange learned about this plan after joining the Black Priests. Together, they traveled to the Beyonders' realm, where Doom managed to absorb their powers. Using this immense power, he created a new world, built from fragments of various realities across the multiverse, which came to be known as Battleworld. This Battleworld, made from remnants of different worlds, surprised all the heroes as they learned of its existence. Strange clarifies that Battleworld was necessary to keep life going, both for humans and superheroes alike, after the destruction of all other realms. Cyclops, however, doubts Doom's divinity. He insists that despite Doom's powers, he can never truly be a god. He plans to prove this to Doom himself. But before they can discuss further, Strange excuses himself to attend a court trial and departs. Meanwhile, at Castle Doom, Dr. Doom's home, a trial begins. Mr. Sinister has been brought there by the Thors. This trial, led by Sheriff Strange, is held before the entire assembly. Dr. Doom created Battleworld from fragments of different realms, organizing it into smaller kingdoms. To maintain control, he appointed a baron to rule each kingdom. For instance, Mr. Minister governed one area, Captain Britain another. All the barons are present for the trial, led by Sheriff Strange, who is Dr. Doom's right hand on Battleworld. During the trial, Strange reads the charges against Mr. Sinister, accusing him of smuggling illegal goods outside his kingdom. Mr. Sinister denies these accusations, claiming he's innocent. Captain Britain steps forward, revealing he personally caught Mr. Sinister smuggling. Mr. Sinister then insults Britain and even mocks his pregnant wife, angering Britain's younger brother, Brian. Furious, Brian challenges Mr. Sinister to a duel. If Brian wins, Sinister will confess to his crimes. But if Sinister wins, the charges against him will be nullified. Brian accepts, and a fierce battle ensues. Mr. Sinister tries to attack, but Brian, quicker and stronger, beheads him in one swift move. Just as Brian celebrates his victory, Mr. Sinister's headless body rises and attacks Brian, who is left lying in the dust. Minister reattaches his head and prepares to kill Brian, but Doom intervenes. Seeing Doom, everyone kneels in respect. Doom declares that rumors of Captain Britain's rise as a new god have reached him. Captain Britain denies it, but Doom disregards his words and orders his execution. However, Susan, standing by Doom, touches his shoulder and pleads for mercy. Doom then decides to make Brian the new Baron of Avalon and condemns Captain Britain to exile at the Shield. Thor escorts him away. In creating Battleworld, Doom erased the memories of its inhabitants so they wouldn't remember their past lives. Only two people retained their memories, Sheriff Strange and Doom himself. Doom even altered certain realities, making Susan Storm his wife and her children his own. Valeria, Doom's adopted daughter, serves as his trusted advisor. While conversing with Strange about the kingdom's affairs, they notice Franklin, who has tamed Galactus as a pet, and plays with him. Meanwhile, Captain Britain reaches the Shield, a massive wall Doom built himself, 2,500 feet high and stretching 16,000 miles. Britain is exiled beyond it, where Doom confines dangerous beings like Marvel zombies and Ultron drones. Upon entering, Captain Britain encounters Venom, who immediately attacks him. Britain fends off Venom, but soon realizes he is surrounded by Marvel zombies. As mentioned before, Battleworld is made from remnants of different realities, and Doom confines everything that could harm this world beyond the Shield. Elsewhere, Susan Storm stands gazing at the world outside Castle Doom. Doom approaches her and asks what troubles her. She admits she misses her brother, Johnny. Doom tells her she can see him anytime, merely by looking up at the sun. We learn that Johnny, for his crimes, was turned into the sun by Doom, forever illuminating Battleworld. Susan suggests Doom meet with the people of his kingdom to see their admiration. Doom declines, saying that despite being a god, he cannot heal the scars on his own face. Susan then glimpses his disfigured face behind his mask. Not far from Castle Doom, Thanos and his Cabal are discovered by the Thors. A massive battle ensues. The Cabal overpowers the Thors, but word of the skirmish reaches Doom, who observes from afar. Valeria informs Doom that these intruders don't belong to Battleworld based on their energy signatures. She warns that Thanos, the most powerful among them, could defeat their forces soon. Suddenly, a portal opens, and Stephen Strange arrives with allies including Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Thor, and Star-Lord. They join the battle, shifting the tide against the Cabal. Valeria notes that even these new heroes don't match Battleworld's energy signatures, raising further suspicion. Doom's gaze falls on Reed Richards, and he is visibly shaken. He tells Valeria not to watch and vanishes from the scene. A fierce clash continues between the Cabal and the heroes, but suddenly, a thunderous lightning bolt stops everyone in their tracks as Doom himself arrives. He confronts Reed Richards, remarking on how hard he tried to find him. Reed explains that he only wanted to save his family and friends by creating a life raft. Interrupting, Thanos mocks Doom, declaring he's come to defeat him, the supposed god of this world. Doom merely replies, "I am God," and unleashes a devastating blast, injuring everyone around. Cyclops, wielding the Phoenix Force, attacks Doom, melting his armor. He declares that only he, as Phoenix, could be the true god. But Doom, unfazed, breaks Cyclops' neck in a single move. After witnessing this horror, Strange uses his powers to scatter the heroes and villains across Battleworld, saving them from Doom's wrath. Doom, angered, questions Strange's actions. Strange explains that he did it to prevent Doom from killing his friends. In response, Doom approaches Strange and in an instant burns him to ashes. The story is going to be even more interesting and tense from now on in the next parts of the Secret Wars comic explanation series. This was my second part for it. Stay tuned for the next part, where new powers emerge, alliances shift, and the fate of Battleworld hangs by a thread. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The next part will be up soon. So meanwhile, enjoy my other videos and don't forget to subscribe.